Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Everyday English with Benjamin and Claudia. Today we're talking about something that can make or break your relationships, your networking, and even how strangers treat you, social English etiquette. You might think, oh, I know my manners, but trust me, English-speaking culture has little social rules that, if you miss them, can make people think you're rude, distant, or even arrogant without you realizing it.
Exactly. We're not just talking about saying please and thank you. We're talking about how to greet people in different contexts, how to join a conversation without sounding awkward, and even those invisible rules about personal space and body language. The kind of stuff that native speakers pick up from childhood, but if you're learning English as a second language, no one really teaches you.
And here's the hook. Some of these are the exact same things that make people like you faster. If you know them, you instantly sound more fluent, more confident, and more relatable. So if you've ever felt like your English is correct, but people's reactions are lukewarm, today's episode is your missing puzzle piece.
Let's start with greetings. Now, you might think hello is enough, but English greetings are more flexible, and using the right one in the right moment makes you sound natural. For example, if you meet a friend in the morning, hey, good morning, works well. But if you see a colleague at 2 p.m., good morning sounds weird.
Yep, and in casual settings, hey or hi is more common than hello. But in formal situations, hello still works. Oh, and here's a quick cultural tip. In English-speaking countries, smiling when you greet someone isn't just polite, it's expected. In some cultures, smiling at strangers feels unusual, but here it's a subtle way to say, I'm friendly and safe to talk to.
And greetings aren't just words. Think about the follow-up question, how are you? You don't have to give your life story. In casual situations, a simple, good, thanks, how about you, is perfect. If you answer too literally, like, well, I'm tired because I didn't sleep, it can feel awkward unless you're close friends.
Right. How are you is often more like a friendly ritual than a deep question. This is one of those small etiquette things that's not obvious from textbooks.
Let's move on to introductions. If you meet someone for the first time, you can say, nice to meet you. If you meet them again later, you don't say it again. You can say, nice to see you. It's a tiny difference, but it makes you sound more natural.
Oh, and here's a big mistake people make. Introducing themselves without any context. In English-speaking culture, it's common to add a little detail like, hi, I'm Ben, I work in marketing, or hi, I'm Claudia, I'm a language coach. That extra sentence helps the other person know how to continue the conversation.
Yes, if you just say your name and stop, it can feel like a dead end. Giving a hint about yourself is almost like an invitation to talk more.
Now let's talk about personal space. In many English-speaking countries, people stand about an arm's length apart when talking. If you stand too close, people might step back, not because they don't like you, but because in their culture, that's too close. And if you step back and they step forward, it can turn into this funny little dance.
Yes, and eye contact is another one. In English culture, maintaining eye contact shows confidence and honesty, but not too much. Staring without looking away can feel intense, almost aggressive. So it's more like a rhythm. Look away, look back.
Here's another mid-episode hook. I'm going to tell you the single fastest way to sound rude in English without realizing it. Interrupting without a soft entry. If two people are talking, you can't just jump in with your thought. You need a soft entry phrase like, sorry to interrupt, but, or, can I just add something? This is like knocking before you open a door. It makes your interruption polite.
And that's so important at work. If you skip the soft entry, people might feel like you're cutting them off or not respecting their turn.
Let's touch on invitations and refusals, another etiquette minefield. If someone says, we should get coffee sometime, in English culture, it's often a friendly way of saying, I like you, not always a literal plan. But if it is a real plan, they'll usually suggest a time and place.
Yes, and if you need to refuse an invitation, the polite way is to thank them first. Instead of just saying, I can't, you say, Thanks so much for inviting me, but I won't be able to make it. That small layer of gratitude keeps the relationship warm.
Before we wrap up, here's the final golden rule. In English-speaking culture, a lot of etiquette is about making the other person feel comfortable. That means listening, smiling, using polite language, and giving small signals that show respect for their time, space, and feelings.
Exactly. And if you're learning English, you don't have to get it perfect. People will appreciate the effort, and the more you practice, the more natural it feels.
So, next time you meet someone, try using just one of these etiquette tips. You'll be surprised how much warmer and smoother the interaction feels.
And that's your social English etiquette toolkit. Now go out there, connect, and make every conversation count.